Jedi.
Your powers are weak, old man.
Always remember, your focus determines your reality.
Hello there.
General Kenobi. You don't know the power of the dark side.
What's up, Star Wars? I thought of that bit driving over. I was so excited.
That's funny. That's not funny. You better fucking cut that.
What's up, guys? Welcome back to the oh my gosh, I almost said film fixation. Welcome back to Disciples of the Force
I appreciate
podcast.
that, though.
It's been a bit. It's been a while. Some news on our part. Austin and I have discussed. And it was hard and really painful to talk about, but we're going to go ahead and switch to a 2-week format with no Star Wars content coming out. So basically every other week we'll come out with an episode. Not that it's like hard to do, but it's a little hard to get material to talk about when there's not stuff coming out. But with that being said, what do we have to look forward to looking to? What?
Let's talk about Star Wars news. So as we've approached the end of the year here in 2023, we've gotten more information on some of the stuff coming out in 2024. And a lot of this is stuff we've been talking about for a long time, so we know about it. But for example, this first show we can expect in 2024 is Skeleton Crew, the live-action kids show, pretty much.
It's like Stranger Things, dude.
Yeah, basically. Led by Jude Law. It was originally slated for the end of 2023, but now we're looking towards the beginning of 2024. 8 episodes of that, and it'll be on Disney Plus, of course. Bad Batch Season 3, baby, which I'm excited for. Exact date hasn't been announced, but the series premiere is going to debut for certain in 2024. That's what this says.
That's good.
This is according to IGN. So
I'm super excited for.
I'm really excited for Bad Batch.
I love Bad Batch.
That's like the most interesting story happening in Star Wars for me right now.
Yeah, it's because it's just such a unique way to look at Star Wars. Awesome.
And it's a great time period too.
Yeah, it's an amazing time period.
Like it's hard to get. We could talk about this sometime, but it's hard to get excited for like the build up to the sequels, what like the Mandalorian and Ahsoka are doing, but to get excited for a build up to the originals, which we already know everything that's going to happen and has happened. It's a way more interesting time period for me. So.
Yeah, I was going to ask a question, but I realized it'd be dumb.
What?
Well, because Rex is in Rebels. He comes in later. He's old.
Rex is in Rebels, yes.
He's like fat.
Mm-hmm.
So
like super fat.
Yeah, I was like, I wonder if these guys will meet anyone in Rebels, if they'll try to at least put something there, but I don't think everyone would be too young or not existent. Kanan.
Yeah, Kanan's already been in the Bad Batch.
Oh, yeah,
First episode.
Yeah. I forget that. He's in there shooting at
him.
Yeah,
Caleb Doom. I could see, don't they do something on Ryloth? Like, isn't, what's her face has been in it too.
Hera? Yeah,
she was in Bad Batch, wasn't she?
I don't remember. I think you're right. I haven't seen Bad Batch in a while, so don't yell at me. I don't actually remember.
Neither have I. I haven't watched any of it this year.
Yeah, I only watched season 2 when it came out, when we started the podcast, which was a year ago. That's crazy. People who have stayed along that whole time, thank you for staying.
Yeah.
Except for the people on YouTube who've dropped us. What's going on? Let's talk about that, YouTube.
We're getting shadow banned by YouTube.
Yeah. Are you shadow banning us? We're hitting 80 views. That's great.
80 million.
80 million views. And we dropped to a measly 11,000.
Yeah. 11 million, dude. I just checked. Hera was in the Bad Batch.
She was?
Yeah.
Okay, I don't remember, but I know you know, so I'm not gonna second guess you. I'm second guessing you.
Second guess me. But no, that would be cool to see. Yeah. Like Zeb.
Yeah.
I want to see more of Zeb, dude. Give me more of Zeb.
We got
a tease, but
I mean, he didn't show up. Did we ever talk about how he never showed up in?
We never did talk about it. No, maybe we did.
And
Listeners, let us know.
Yeah, I don't think we did. That's also crazy. I mean, I get it's probably a lot of money to animate him. Yeah, but he looked so good in The Mandalorian.
That's got to be really expensive.
But I would hope maybe they'll bring him into the movie or what. I don't know.
Definitely for the movie.
Yeah, that'd be awesome because they have a bigger budget.
Yeah.
So
we shall see.
We shall see.
The Acolyte, my baby girl, BBG, It's supposed to come out 2024. IGN seems pretty certain about it, but I don't know, man. Excuse me.
I can't remember what I did. I sent you an article of something about it. I'll look it up. But yeah.
I think if this comes out in 2024, it'll be like late summer.
Yeah.
Early fall.
Which is honestly not okay. I want Star Wars quicker.
Yeah.
No, just kidding. Take your time, please. Don't give me shit quality.
Seriously.
Bleep that. Spencer, when you edit, bleep
it.
that.
That's the thing that sucked about the strikes is like all of this was ready-ish, you know? Like we had a full trailer for The Acolyte that was shown at Star Wars Celebration, and that still hasn't released to the public. Like,
I know.
I think all of the filming must be done, maybe. I don't know. I'd have to look into that.
I would assume all the filming is just editing and
the
special effects that they're doing.
Yeah. And, I mean, that's what sucks about Hollywood is, like, there's certain gaps you need to fill. Like, for example, a film called The Bike Riders starring Austin Butler and...
Jane Austen?
No. Sure, yeah. Austin Butler and Jane Austen. It was supposed to come out in December of this year, and the strikes made it so they couldn't do the promotion for it. And instead of just moving it to, like, January or something, they had to move it to August of next year. Because the way that studios work, they have, like, certain windows that are, like, good for business and what they feel comfortable releasing in.
That makes sense.
So I'm sure that's what happened a lot with some of these shows is, like, you can't just... The strike was 2 or 3 months. You can't just move everything back 2 or 3 months. Everything gets shuffled, you know? So that sucks, but I guess that's the business.
You can't, like, releasing something in February and so much of Valentine movies are coming out.
Yeah,
it's not gonna do. I mean, sure, fine, but that idea of you have good windows to do it.
Right.
Crazy.
And I mean, everything comes out in December, so people get tired of stuff. And then January is pretty low because nobody wants to go to the theaters. But shows should be great in January. I don't know why they don't do that.
Yeah.
I'm not a studio insider, so I wouldn't know.
You might be.
I'm working on my credentials.
Oh, what do we work on my credentials?
We've been invited to the Sundance Film Festival for this year.
Oh, yeah, we have?
Yeah.
Who sent it? Was it?
Well, I got invited. Sorry. I meant...
Who invited you? I really thought you were doing a bit.
No. I'm going to the Sundance Film Festival.
Really?
Yeah, it's no big deal.
Sounds low key.
Yeah, it's pretty low key.
How'd you swing that?
No, my friend bought me some tickets for a Secret Santa, which was really nice. Yeah,
that's a really cool.
It was really cool.
Wow.
Yeah,
that's awesome.
Yeah.
Well, hey.
Anyway, so we're credentialed journalists starting now, Spencer and I. So
yeah, for sure.
Tales of the Jedi also rumored to come out in 2024. This is where I get fuzzy. Like these animated shows, Tales of the Jedi could drop any time, you know. But where we're talking 4 or 5 plus shows, it's like I don't think that's all going to hit in 2024. Knowing Disney, knowing what's been happening the past since COVID, I just don't think all that stuff's going to hit, you know.
Yeah.
But we'll see. Andor season 2 pushed back to 2025. Is that what we read? Or it was just taken off the calendar for 2024.
Yeah, which is super awesome.
Which is, I mean, it's certainly not coming out in 2024.
Yeah.
Studios never take something off the calendar and then put it back on.
Yeah.
I mean, usually.
Which is a little nerve-wracking because it could potentially just get X'd off. But, I mean, I hope they wouldn't. With Dave in his new role, I can't see that happening. I feel like you'd fight for that.
Yeah. It's just Disney is in such a bad spot with Disney Plus. Like they're upping the rates again.
Yeah, I was going to talk about that. Yeah.
And like these shows aren't making them any money. Like it's just a money losing business. And so like all of these shows are in danger of getting canceled, you know?
Yeah, Disney is kind of, from what I've seen, is frantically trying to do something because they're selling ESPN. I don't know if they got sold or whatever. They're getting rid of that because they didn't do what they thought it was going to do. They're now making ads for Disney Plus on a lower subscription plan, or you could pay more money and have it. Which I did actually watch something. I was like, that's pretty interesting. The ad idea is a genius idea for them because they're going to get paid millions for that. Because they're like, I bet you a lot of people are going to go for the ad one because it's half the price.
Yeah, and then
that's what Disney wants you to be on that because they're going to get more Old County streamer people. People who stream, so they can charge more for ad.
Streamers.
Streamers?
Streamers, yeah. We don't use the hard R.
Sorry about that. My apologies. Disney, like you said, it just hasn't been, which is surprising with the caliber of what they have, but it's not as good as not. But real quick, another thing is they're kind of cannibalizing in a sense because they own Hulu. and they own Disney, and so now they're going to work to make that one platform.
Yeah, I saw an advertisement about that, like that you can access Hulu stuff through Disney, but can you access all of Hulu through Disney
So
Plus?
right now it's like from what I saw, it's limited. Like
okay,
it was like hit shows like Abbott Elementary, which is like a big one right now. I think a couple. I don't know, Family Guy you could access it, but shows like that, big shows.
Right.
So yeah,
which is interesting because in Europe, you'll know this when you go to Portugal.
Sure.
They don't have Hulu. They've never had Hulu.
It's just Disney,
so it's just Disney Plus. So you can access all. You've been able to access all that stuff.
It's just been that. And I wonder. I guess maybe they were making enough money in the U.S. that they could keep it small for so long. Because I did see something too, where like that's how a lot of people were advertising VPNs. Was like get a VPN on Disney Plus, you can access all Hulu.
Yeah,
which is a huge thing.
Hulu's a great service, though.
It is my favorite streaming service.
Yeah,
for TV shows.
Yeah,
dude, you can watch all the greatest Adventure Time. Any classic sitcom you want.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
You still using my subscription?
Yeah, I got to pay you for that.
Hey, well, no, you don't. But when you texted me for the podcast, I was like, nah, because he'll just send me money in a little bit. Or we'll just break even, I think. How
much do I owe you for what if we just...
I don't know. You do Hulu and HBO Max, right?
Yeah. So is that...
Or just Max, not HBO Max. I don't know how much money it is, but...
Isn't like... I think I was paying $5 for Hulu, but it's going up, so I don't know what we're going to have to do for that.
Here's the thing. I don't care if you don't care. So if you're okay with me just not sending you $13 for the pod.
That's what I was gonna say. If we just call it even, I'm fine with that.
Yeah,
we're eating the cost somewhere. This is a personal conversation. Sorry, guys.
Yeah, sorry. No, but yeah, I freaking love Hulu. To your point, sorry.
Hulu and Max, the greatest ones out there.
Yeah, Hulu, man. Like, oh my gosh, what studio is it? I was looking into a movie. Oh, All of Us Strangers, which I want to watch in theaters. It's not anywhere in theaters. You can't find it. Except in like New York or LA.
Really?
Yeah, but the studio that they're produced under, I think it's Showtime Pictures, maybe. Don't quote me on that.
Quoting.
Has an exclusive deal with Hulu to put all of their movies on the platform.
Oh, really?
So it's like I can just wait 3 or 4 weeks and it's going to be on Hulu, which is really cool. That's awesome. Hulu's just money. So that's what I worry about it combining with Disney and like losing some of those features and stuff like that.
Yes.
But maybe it wouldn't.
Yeah,
because you and I, we watch American Dad and Family Guy on Hulu all the time. Like, are those going to get ported over to Disney Plus? I don't know.
I don't know.
I mean, there's some of Fox's biggest. Well, American Dad's not even Fox anymore. It's TBS.
It's TBS, which is why they can say the S word.
That's sick.
Super sick.
So anyway, this is way off Star Wars, but it has to do with it for streaming platforms. But anyway,
for all of that to say, basically, this is why we're not certain on any of these dates, and this is why Disney's doing what they're doing, because they're frantically trying to are hemorrhaging money, basically.
Yeah. And this isn't new. Like, I was reading this thing, not reading, I saw TikTok.
What article was it?
About, like, Disney contracts. So, like, for kids, for their kid actors, they used to do this thing where they would sign, like, a 2-year contract. And then after a 3rd year, like, all these rights kicked in, so they had to start paying them more or whatever. Mm-hmm. So they would just cancel shows after the 3rd year and then put it under a new name. So, like, The Sweet Life of Zack and Cody.
Yes, I remember this now, yeah.
It came time to pay the kids, so they just rebranded, canceled the show, started another one, The Sweet Life on Deck, and then they get out of that. So, like, Disney has always used loopholes like this, and they've made it clear that they don't really care about content. They don't really care about the viewer. They care about, like, preserving money, which is a shame, but it's a business, so obviously that's how it works.
From a business standpoint, it makes sense, but from people who love the content, sucks.
Yeah, but it's catching up to them. You know, like, they've shown that they're running their media business like a business, of course, and it has a negative effect on the media. So
basically, what we're trying to say is George Lucas should have never sold.
Yeah, dude. Could you imagine like a George Lucas
cinema? Like, he has his own streaming platform.
That'd be cool.
Lucasfilm, because he's got. I mean, he could have buddied up with Spielberg.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, that'd be so sick.
Georgie, why'd you do it?
Come on. Okay, so season 2 is off the calendar. Sorry, we were like worried about content to fill this episode. I think we'll be fine just from this news.
Yeah.
The Rey Star Wars post-sequel movie. Post-sequel is such a stupid thing to say. Why did I say that? It was originally slated for 2025. Not sure about that, of course.
That's going to get pushed back.
Dave Filoni's Heir to the Empire movie, which is this Mandalorian-verse movie. still untitled, but sometime in 2026 is what they're thinking. And then the Dawn of the Jedi movie. These were the 3 that were announced at Star Wars Celebration.
Yes. Dude, I totally forgot about all these that are going to get effed over too.
Yeah.
I was only focused on things that were like finished, but these things haven't even started, which sucks.
Yeah, which means like there's a very high chance that they get effed over. So this one's like 2026, 2027, beyond. Because I think when they first announced it, it was going to be like a yearly thing again. So that would be 2025, 2026. So this would be 2027. So we'll see, but I don't know.
And here's the thing: when I say, "Oh, this sucks," I'm glad the writers and the actors are getting paid.
Yes, those greedy writers and actors. I'm glad they got what they wanted at our expense. Just kidding. But yeah, that's the news for those. So
keep your eye out. When the dates start getting solidified, we'll let you know.
Yeah,
that's when we'll start recording more frequently.
Perfect.
Real quick, my book I'm reading. I know.
Let's hear about it.
Me. My favorite one, it was called Added Muscle. It talks about Boba Fett.
Cool.
Even though you don't see him at all in New Hope.
Mm-hmm.
I was going to try to make that quiet. I just went for it. Sorry.
Nice.
It basically talks about how when Jabba put out that hit on Han, he was one of the people who was going to go out looking for him. But it was really cool because you get to see how great of a bounty hunter he was, and like his hate, like he just hated Han Solo. He's just like he's greedy, arrogant attitude. He's like going off on this whole tangent, and then it bummed me out because I was like, dude, he was so cool. Like this being canon, and you see how cool of a character he was. And we talked about it before, how they ruined Boba Fett. Would have been phenomenal. I mean, they should have made the movie in which he didn't turn good. Why make him good? Just make him someone who's just trying to survive. I mean, technically he kind of was, but I'm saying like, make him gray. Some things he does bad to be. It's like, well, it's for me. I need the money or whatever. So,
yeah, it was a complete failure. I mean, but that being said, like we still get all that cool bounty hunter stuff from the Mandalorian. Like if you just say like this is what Boba Fett was doing or more, like I guess that's fine. But you have a point.
They should just do a prequel of Boba Fett, and we've talked about it before, and just cast someone cool and move on.
Dude, like the
young Boba Fett.
Yes. You being serious? Because that guy, the guy who played young Boba Fett, he's cool. Like he's an active like Boba Fett, Jango Fett cosplayer.
No way.
Apparently, he goes to like all the Comic-Cons and Star Wars celebrations and stuff.
That'd be awesome.
Like he's like Mark Hamill in that like he's stayed connected to the community and like just really cool.
Disney, cast him, make a prequel of Boba Fett because you ruined Boba Fett.
I'll find his name and send you his name, but like he has an Instagram page and like that's all it is like he's a Boba Fett guy.
That's awesome.
So that would totally work. It'd be cool.
It'd be great. The next story I have was Long Snoot. Do you remember that scene in A New Hope when R2-D2 C-3PO are walking through the alleys and that guy walks out with like that weird mask?
Yeah, the spy.
Yeah, and he's like, So the story is about him. It's actually super cool because it talks about how dark the Empire was. Basically, he was like, the Empire recruited him and his species because they had their sense were really good and they were great bounty hunters. They like brainwashed them and like made them just be their workers to do whatever they wanted. And I didn't really specify, but basically he was able to like resist it.
Wow.
But like, and then what they did is they went and put like, they guarded his home planet so no one could leave. So everyone has to stay there and you can't go back. And so he's trying to sneak back to his planet because he got taken away from the Empire.
This same spy that was spying on.
The spy, yeah. So that's why he takes the job so he could do it. And then it's really sad because he's like really excited. He's like, I'm going to get my huge bounty. He's like looking at the whole place like, oh, I can't wait to leave this terrible planet. It's so hot. My nose hates it. All these things. And then of course he looks to see his pay and it says bounty not paid. They got away.
Right.
And he's like, great. And I have to stay on this planet and figure out how to make more money because his time window was shortening. Because it had basically in the beginning of the story, he had talked to a stormtrooper and made arrangements to get on a ship, but he needed to pay a certain amount.
Okay.
So his window of getting off the planet was shortening, and when they got away, he was like, "Okay, well, f me."
Damn.
Yeah, like he's like talked about his like family and grandkids over there.
Jeez.
I was like, I love this story because it shows how dark the Empire was.
Yeah.
It's super cool.
That is cool. Thank you for sharing.
I think you're welcome, dude.
Thank you.
All right. What do I got here? I think this is guess that Jedi. Yeah, this is gonna be an easy one. I'm. That's good, dude.
Yeah,
you guys like that?
Sorry, listeners.
We're raunchy.
Yeah.
New year, new us. We're getting raunchy.
I'm gonna have to change our rating, dude.
I'm gonna put explicit on this episode.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna guess that Jedi. This is gonna be super easy for you. I made it really vague.
We shall see.
You will get it. And I took off a lot of things because I knew
They'll give it away.
you would give it away really quick.
Okay.
So, this Jedi served in the Clone Wars, was on the Jedi Council, skilled negotiator, had a forbidden love, which is like the last 3 we've done.
Yeah.
Any guesses before I give you the
Obi-Wan.
Yes.
Yeah. The negotiator gave it away.
Yeah. Because I was like, if I say that he was a mission where he was named Rocco, whatever, Hardeen.
Yeah. That would have been harder for me to
really?
recall, but now that you say the name, I know
Maybe
what you're talking
that
about.
one then.
Yeah.
And then I was going to say Homeworld was,
Stu John.
which I think you know the story of it.
Yeah, so Jon Stewart, a famous comedian and political personality, was interviewing George Lucas at a Star Wars celebration, and he was like, "So you've never given Obi-Wan a home planet, like, and don't just make something up on the spot, like, like what is his home planet's name? Do you have something?" And George Lucas, credit to his wit, he was like, "Yeah, he's from the planet Stu John, which
So
is just
good.
Jon Stewart's name, mixed up."
And now it's canon. Like
Yeah,
that
it's
is
canon. Yeah,
solidified, and that's super funny.
so cool.
Alrighty. Well, that's all we have for that. So we're just going to finish off with some Andor.
Okay.
Um,
I've been a bad boy. Let me tell the viewers. And listeners. I've been a bad boy. I didn't check out the Andor episode today. Because let me just give you a little sob story. I have to do this background check and get all these vaccines, and I love vaccines. You should get vaccinated. But I got 4 the other day. Made me feel like dog water. Sorry for my language. And now I have to get 2 more. I have to get a chickenpox vaccine. I've never had chickenpox in my life. And I have to get a MMR vaccine, measles, mumps, and rubella, which I think we got as kids, but the state didn't keep a record of my vaccinations for some reason.
I was going to ask you that. I was like, I think I got that.
Yeah.
But I forgot you told me that. Yeah.
It's super annoying. So I have to go get those. Nobody in Davis County has them for some reason. It's insane. And then I also have to get a TB test, which is... So all of these are 2-part things. And I need to be done with this by January 8th. So I have to get a shot and then get another shot before January 8th. I don't even think you can do that. Anyway, super annoying. I've been stressed, and I've been trying to find these vaccines. I can't.
What is this for? School?
Yeah, it's for my internship.
That sucks.
Yeah.
I mean, I know it really is because Ellie, when she got into the program, it was the same thing. Time window was super short, and like she had to do things that had to be done. But I was like, it takes like 2 weeks to do these.
Yeah, yeah.
Luckily for her, and I don't know what your internship, they'd say it's fine if you get, as long as you get the first one, and then you get the second one right when it's available. That's what they told her.
Yes.
I don't know what your internship's going to do.
I'm sure it's a similar thing because it says it requires both parts, but I'm sure I could work something out like that.
And the process of getting it.
Yeah.
So, anyways, he's been a bad boy because he's been a stress boy. So lay off of him.
Yeah, sorry. And I feel like I bitch about being sorry for my language. I B-word about being stressed every episode. But once I graduate, I'm going to be fine. And this podcast is going to be fun.
And listen, it is great because when I'm sitting here, I'm carefree. This guy, I feel bad. He's got to go do homework when we're done. Or something.
I mean, not right now, but yes, usually. It sucks.
Yeah. All right. We'll run through this pretty quick. My buddy's got a movie he's got to go to. Whatever. Ferrari F-150. I don't know.
Ferrari F-150.
Which, real quick, this reminds me. So when we switch to our one every other week, how many episodes are left in Andor?
It's a great question. I think we're on episode 6.
I don't know. We could switch to the every other and just do 2 episodes. And
yeah.
We'll talk about it later.
Yeah.
All right. So my things, a lot of the things I have are literally the dialogue. I loved the dialogue on this episode.
Mm-hmm.
It was really good. But now that it's been 2 weeks since I watched the episode, I'm trying to remember what these all mean. One of my first quote is, "This is why we work hard while we are in peace," which I believe is when they're in the huge meeting hall with the girl with the blonde hair. I think. I don't remember. Honestly, I'm nervous. I didn't look over these, and I'm nervous. So I'm just going to keep going around. Okay. this plays into what we were talking about last time. So it reminded me very much of just like a Nazi Germany of how they're putting down these rules and being very strict. Because, for example, at the end of the episode, Andor, Cassian goes to jail, right? Goes to prison, and they go, "Oh, this used to be like a 3-month or 6-month sentence. It's 6 years." Yeah. He's like, "What?" And I'm like, "That's so crazy because they're tightening everything because of what the rebels did, which is exactly what we talked about. Like that was basically their hope. We want to piss off the Empire so that they get stricter, so the world, more people start seeing how this is crazy.
Getting fed up with it. Yeah.
I'm just trying to go through the ones I remember.
So sorry, I haven't seen this in like a year. This is when he gets caught at the beach, right?
Yeah, he's at the beach and he gets caught.
I love the little touch of like K2SO.
Yeah.
Like what you think is K2SO coming up and then him getting caught. It's just a great little tease for the audience. You know, obviously at that point, Cassian wasn't familiar with K2SO or anything, and he just knew that was an Imperial security droid. But
the way they shoot it for us, you think, oh, this is where he's going to find it.
This is where it's going to be the reveal, and that's not even related.
Not even just a droid of the same kind. That's it. Oh, man. Yeah. It's funny how you think you remember things. One of my things just says, the view of the Star Destroyer from below. What does that mean?
Oh, yeah, dude.
What was it referring to?
I fucking love that part.
I'm glad we got some good content in the beginning, because this ending, you're going to just tune out, because, man.
No wonder we're losing viewers.
We do stupid stuff like this.
We expect them to care when we're like not even doing it. Sorry, guys. We're going to be more committed. Promise.
So they wanted to kill Cassian. Who wanted to kill Cassian?
I don't know. Oh, wait. Was the sentence initially like a death sentence? No way.
No, it wasn't that. I'm thinking. Oh. Okay, I remember now.
It's kind of fun, actually.
Yeah. Luthen is talking. He sends his assistant to go talk to Val.
Right.
And they're like, what happened to him? He's like, he just left.
Mm-hmm.
And they're like, okay, well, you need to find him and basically take care of him. And I was like, oh, I never realized they wanted to go kill him. Yeah. Because I always thought, which is just crazy, that it shows that Luthen, I guess, only needed him for that moment in his mind, which I thought he was, I guess he was maybe hoping he'd want to be in a bigger picture, but he really, really needed him for the mission. Right. So I thought that was interesting.
Yeah, very interesting.
I was going to ask you, so there's a flashback with the clones, and I don't think you'll remember it. It's the clone army, and I was wondering what phase the helmets were in. The phase they were in. I don't know if it was phase 2 or what. And I don't remember at all, even the scene. This is so bad.
I know. So I think there's a flashback of son of a.
This is. I know we say like, oh, this is the worst one. This might be actually the worst one.
Okay, the screenshot I'm seeing right here, they're phase 2 armor.
Yes, it's a flashback of his dad, right?
Dad, yeah. Clem.
Okay, that's right. Because then I have such a sad flashback.
Right.
Which it was. Because I was like, dude, like his dad was just Clem was just like, hey, like it's not, let's just chill out. They're just doing their job, whatever. And then he gets penalized and then he gets hung and hanged.
Hanged. It is hanged.
You sure he wasn't hung though? It's hanged.
I'm not sure, dude.
And like it's just really sad when he's just like looking at it and he's just hanging in town square. Super dark. I mean, this episode, it wasn't very, I mean, that scene's very apparent that how dark the Empire was. But looking at it from like the small things they say and what's going on, you're like, oh, they're sentencing, they like literally falsely accuse Cassian of doing a crime. But he literally is like, I wasn't a part of anything. And not only did he get falsely accused, he gets a harsh sentence.
Right.
So
it's crazy.
Which I love because it's showing the reason people were like, okay, there's the Empire is
the brutality evil. Of the Empire, you know.
Which makes you think, like, I mean, there must have been enough, you know, only small, it must have been a very small sect of people who were like, this is wrong, but most of them, our lives are fine.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's something they had been dealing with for years, right? Like, even the Republic and the Separatists, like, we see through all of Star Wars media during the Republic that they were, like, evil as well, you know? Like, they did a lot of wrongs, they exploited a lot of worlds, just like any huge government, you know? Like, they took advantage of people. And there was always a rebellion towards that. So, by that logic, no matter how bad a government gets, there's always going to be people that are just okay with it, just okay living with it.
Yeah.
And like on these Outer Rim worlds, I'm actually not sure if Ferrix is Outer Rim. Doesn't matter. They're all Outer Rim, whatever. But like, I think it's maybe it's referenced in this show, or it's been referenced in Star Wars before, where it's like that doesn't really affect the day-to-day lives of most people. Like
Right.
Republic, Empire, what's the difference, you know?
Yeah.
So
Yeah. It's just a different name.
yeah.
To people who live everyday lives.
But then that's the beauty of the Republic, is like showing the difference, showing people in their face what the difference is between the Republic and the Empire, and like the brutality of the Empire.
And the strictness and the fact that they genocide a whole people.
Yeah.
So, yeah, really good. Not good, but really good storytelling.
No, it's great. Genocide is great. Huh? I bet you support Israel. Huh?
Whoa, right,
Yeah, you son of
dude. Dude, whoa. Yeah, so basically my last points are, one of the things I love was seeing when it's cutting to Cassian at the end, with like from the beginning into this episode, beginning of Cassian being shown. He's on the beach.
Yeah.
And it's like, I love the music. It's super cool. And then I love just seeing Star Wars life. Just people just hanging out on the beach. Reminded me of Miami, dude.
Yeah, great Miami vibes.
Hanging out, just doing their thing. I was like, I love this. I love just, we talked about it last episode, just seeing life in Star Wars.
Yeah.
And then, I talked about the police brutality that he just got thrown in, which is, political commentary.
And he is Mexican. So
it's true.
There's that.
That's wait, what do you mean?
I'm just saying that's how it would happen IRL, you know?
That's a good save. Yeah, and that's exactly true.
I'm like, yeah, they were justified, right? No,
it's not cool. It's messed up. Change.
Yeah.
That's not good.
Yeah, change will come. Yeah.
Change. And then, how unfair the system is. And the last thing I have here, and I have to clarify because I don't know. In the middle of the episode, I'm pretty sure it was because this, now that I'm remembering, is the party that the girl's throwing. I totally forgot her name. Who leads the rebellion? The senator that leaves, and she's the head of it in the Star Wars movies, the originals.
Mon Mothma.
Thank you, Mon Mothma. I think it's her. She says, "I've learned from Palpatine." And I think it's referring to the. Yeah, that's right. That part was really cool. It was like very like don't show your hand. So basically, she's asking that guy for help. Remember? He's like,
yes.
Oh, we don't have the same views. And she's like, well, we probably do. I think you just don't think I do. And then she explains how she can't take money out because they're watching all her funds.
Right.
So she needs him to do stuff for her. And he's very surprised. He's like, whoa. There was a lot of like interesting words they were saying when they were talking about, which was cool. But the thing, he's like, how did you do this? And she's like, yeah, I've learned from Palpatine, which is like interesting because they still have that. I mean, I don't think he's showing his. Does he show his face to the public at this point, or is he just hiding in his chambers the whole time?
I think, if I'm not mistaken, he doesn't really show his face.
I think he's pretty.
Because most people don't know he's dismembered. I think he does it all through HoloNet. I don't know.
Yeah, that makes sense. Anyway, but it's cool that she's taking the bad that he does and using it to her advantage.
Yeah.
To basically manipulate what's going on. So she's like putting all this focus here. This is what I'm doing. These are all my charities. And they're looking into the charities, but they're not looking at these side things that are going on.
And goes back to great dialogue. Like that conversation is really cool and really powerful, and informs the viewer a lot into what's happening and what the plan is. I do want to apologize. I just said dismembered. He's not dismembered. He's disfigured. So let me correct that.
It's dismembered when you lose limbs.
Yeah. I'm sorry.
Luke and Anakin are dismembered.
For the show. Faux show.
Oh, they said for the show. I was like, what?
Yeah, that's not real, Spencer. It's in a movie, dude.
Wait, this isn't Will? When I was leaving today to record, I said, all right, bye, Ellie. The galaxy needs me. And she went, oh, don't come home.
Good. She's got good judgment, that girl.
I had a couple. They're coming back to me now that I'm looking at them. Let's see. I just have like two more, I think. You knew where this was going. You always known. It pretty sure is when Luthen is talking to Mon Mothma when she comes. Like, what the hell was that?
Right.
And he's like, you knew where this was going. And she's like, I didn't know it was going to be this extreme. He's like, you didn't know.
Yeah.
Like, you knew I was.
Which is so cool, man.
You knew I was going to do something crazy.
Yeah.
He's so awesome.
I love that.
And the last one here is, the view of the Star Destroyer from below.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, that was so sick.
No, I think that's it. Yeah. Great episode. Learned I can't remember anything from 2 weeks ago, so that's good.
Sorry, viewers. Sorry, listeners.
But thank you for listening. If you honestly, if you stayed for this long, comment below, and maybe we'll put you in a giveaway, dude, because that's insane.
We might just send you money, honestly.
Because I would have given up the second we started talking about this.
Our Hulu
Our
subscription.
Hulu subscription went on for like 20 minutes.
Next time we record, Spencer and I will be 25 years old.
Oh, that's
We're having a
right.
birthday coming up in a couple days.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday, my friend.
Happy birthday.
We share a birthday for those that don't know, and it's always very fun. I love sharing a birthday with my very best friend in the world.
What do we? There's not a soul on this earth I'd rather share a birthday with. And I mean that.
Thank you, dude.
Also, side note, for not the episode we show in 2 weeks, your gift should be here. And my gift should be here. Don't get excited. Like I said, it's from Temu.
Dude, I'm excited. I'm pumped.
Do not get excited. I don't know how these are gonna. It's gonna be. We're gonna open them on camera. That's what we're gonna do.
That'll be great.
See how cool they are.
Okay.
Or dumb.
I'm pumped for it.
I'm excited. Okay. That's all I have. So.
Okay. Well, thank you. That's it.
Okay.
Thank you for being a disciple of the Force.